Around September-October last year, my sister and I had our Nintendo Switch console stolen by someone in our family. The way Pokemon games work, they don't cloud save on your Nintendo account. Yes, physical copies will prevent loss of data due to the disappearance of the hardware, but games were taken too. With the Switch 2 being the new home for Pokemon, I have started playing through all of the Switch generation Pokemon games. Outside of Pokemon Home, I have no data whatsoever. This series is my attempt to start fresh by hunting a living dex of every obtainable Fairy-type Pokemon in these games. I have a spreadsheet listing every obtainable Fairy-type, and I'm currently updating it so I can hunt every Fairy-type Pokemon in Legends ZA. From there, I can go back to the previous entries and hunt the ones that aren't in the latest game. This gives me time not only to beat these games, but complete the Pokédex and obtain the Shiny Charm. I don't know how long this is going to take me, but I have at least started save files on every game but Legends Arceus, which if possible I want to avoid playing altogether. On to the first shiny that I found in Legends ZA. I didn't realize it at the time, but I had just found the first Swirlix needed for my shiny Fairy Living Dex. Use those berries. Ah, here we go. Here's the mint guy. 20,000. Serious? Okay. So if they have a flower cart, they probably sell mints. Huh? No way! Alright, well, I found a shiny. Oh my lord. I heard the sound, I looked up. Fast forward to when I beat the game and obtained the Shiny Charm. The first Pokemon I wanted to hunt was Mawile, because it is a difficult Pokemon to hunt. Mawile isn't in Scarlet and Violet, and while I have Pokemon Sword, it mostly spawns in particular weathers or at 10% odds. Compare that to Wild Area 9 in Legends ZA, where it has 3 static spawns. The choice was obvious. There are a few ways to reset Pokemon in Legends ZA. You can reset time via a bench, spam fast travel to rapidly spawn Pokemon in hopes that it will generate a shiny, or walk outside of its 50 unit spawn range. The technique I use for these hunts is usually the despawn method. You can tell that it works in cases like Mawile's because it has a chance to spawn as an alpha Pokemon. That means that visually, you can prove that it is not the same Mawile. You can conclude that it can then be shiny too, since that is another obvious visual difference. After a few hours, I managed to notice the Mawile, and even though the game does have the shiny jingle in it, it's not as easy to trigger as you would think. It is still important to pay attention to the visual look of your encounters when you are shiny hunting. The next target on my hunt are Swirlix and Spritzee. You cannot go to a particular wild zone, but there are places you can go to reliably encounter them. I managed to get 3 shiny Swirlix from this spot in the Roche sector. It is not the best spot to hunt just one or the other, and through investigation, Swirlix does have its own special spawn location. It isn't easy to find, but I will try to show a way to get to it. I know that Area 3 is known as a great spot to shiny hunt, but I am a believer now. Surely this spot just has a higher shiny rate than anywhere else in the game, because with my main route, I managed to run into shiny Skidoo, Pikachu, and Litleo. Here we could again use the bench method to reset day and night. I mainly ran 50 or more units away from the building to reset their spawns to success. And I also waited seconds before the time of day changes and used that to do a more traditional hard reset. We also managed to find shiny Bidoof, Scatterbug, and Vivillon. There was also a single Patrat thugging it out on a completely different building, and the shiny sun alerted me that there was a shiny Emolga above me too. If you want to try this specific area, I will inform you that 3 spawns at once might require you to actually knock out one of these spawns. If you knock out the Spritzee or Swirlix near the entrance to the side street, you can actually make it spawn a second Swirlix or Spritzee when it respawns. This helps your overall odds. Okay, so in order to shiny hunt Spritzee as opposed to Swirlix... Oh, there's another Swirlix spawn, so that's 3. This building is the best spot to do it. because it has the most Spritzy spawns, and the only spawn occupying these spaces are Spritzy. So we're gonna switch it up now because I have not one, not two, but we did just hit our third Swirlix. And that's because Swirlix spawns more in the same spots as the Spritzy in that area. Here's just another update. All of these shinies are from this one shiny hunt. So everything in these 2 rows, plus these 2 Skidoo. And then the Bidoof up top, I think, as well. So I'm going to run around this place right here, and it should work just fine. Because it is 50 meters away from each other. So yeah, you see how Spritzy plops in here? This honestly could be a way easier one than the one I've been doing the past couple days. So these 2 are going to spawn in down here, and then you're going to have one Spritzy down there. So I'm going to run down here, and we're going to see a Spritzy pop in, and I guess Pidgeot left. Ooh, that's not good. I didn't see you pop in. So let's try again. So I don't see a Spritzy down there. Let's see, can I... Yeah, zooming in does nothing either, just because you're out. So there's definitely a Spritzy that needs to respawn here. Good. And then there should be another one there. Good. And I should not be able to see the other one. There's a Pidgeot flying around doing whatever it wants. And it despawns. So the Spritzy down here has despawned, right? Alright, so yeah, the Pidgeot reset its positioning there too, so yeah. Alright, this is gonna be fun. Let's do it. If you specifically want to hunt for a shiny Spritzy, the next building spawns 3 of them right there on the roof. This is the roof of a shopping plaza, which I'm sure you've been to before. The building is over 100 units wide, and these parting lines atop the roof will actually work as a guide to resetting the Spritzy on the other side of the roof. After about 4 hours, I came away with both Spritzy. Of course, to evolve Swirlix and Spritzy, you need a friend who actually likes you, to trade with you, and give you your shiny back afterwards. 50 to 70 units away guarantees that you successfully rerolled your target, and once you know that, you can do this more on-hand shiny hunting method. If you prefer to reset via the bench or time system, you can do that too. Unlike the older games, you have a lot of flexibility with shiny hunting and Lumiose, to the point that it's hard to completely fatigue during a session. Oh, let's go. Got the, like 4 hours later, the second Spritzy appears. And I get hit by a bus in-game. And then... No, if it's daytime, the shiny stays. I actually have footage of that. I'll show it to you later. Yeah. Alright, we can do literally anything else now. Holy cow. I was about to say, that can't be true. Because I literally have none of the shinies you have. There you go. I love Vanillux. Sucks that I can't get the evolution. Dang. You're cooked. Yeah. Beautiful. Aromatisse has been added to the living dex. From here, I'm going to try and stream either here on YouTube or on twitch.tv/LeSirDevoir as I focus on catching every possible shiny fairy in Legends EA. Since I'm going to be recording this anyways, I might as well try and stream it live in case someone wants to help break the monotony. I would greatly appreciate your company. Then I will go back and catch every single possible shiny fairy in these previous Switch games. If you made this far, thank you for chatting with me, and until next time, I hope you take care.